In a world that's changing faster than ever, a country's biggest strength is its people. But how do you actually prepare an entire workforce for what's coming next? Today, we're going to dive into Malaysia's answer to that question by taking a close look at the government agency right at the center of it all, the Department of Skills Development.
And make no mistake, the stakes are incredibly high. This quote from George Chimiel just hits the nail on the head. It's not about playing catch-up anymore. It's about getting ahead of the curve. And, well, the clock is definitely ticking.
So this all leads us to the big central question, right? Is Malaysia's workforce really and truly ready for the future? It's a tough question, and it's one that leaders all over the country are trying to answer right now. To even begin to answer that, we first have to understand the biggest challenge that's staring us right in the face. It's a huge wake-up call for the nation, and it's all about one thing: artificial intelligence. You know, you might think that the biggest roadblock to adopting new tech is money, right? Or maybe not having the right infrastructure. But experts are warning that for Malaysia, the real problem isn't the funding or the fancy hardware. It's a skills gap. The challenge isn't about buying the tools, it's about teaching people how to use them.
So with a challenge that big, whose job is it to solve it? Well, it's time to meet Malaysia's official skills architect.
This is the Department of Skills Development, or DSD. You'll also see it referred to as JPK. It's part of the Ministry of Human Resources, and its entire reason for being is to coordinate and build up the skills of the Malaysian workforce. Think of it as the central command center for the whole country's talent pipeline.
And this isn't some new agency that just popped up overnight. The DSD has a long, deep history. It actually started way back in 1971 as a craft board, then it evolved into the National Vocational Training Council in '89, and finally, in 2006, it became the DSD we know today. This long history just shows how focused the government has been on skills training for decades.
So what drives them? What's their North Star? Well, their vision is pretty ambitious. They want to be a world-class leader. But it's their mission that really tells the story. Their main goal is to develop competitive knowledge workers, or K-workers. These are the people with the expertise and skills to really push the country's economy forward.
That all sounds great in theory, but how do they actually do it? How does it work on the ground? Well, this brings us to their #1 tool for getting the job done, a national certification system.
Okay, so the foundation of this entire system is something called the National Occupational Skills Standard, or NOSS. The easiest way to think of NOSS is like an official blueprint or maybe a recipe for a specific job. It lays out exactly what a person needs to know and be able to do to be considered competent. This makes sure that all the training is actually relevant to what industries need right now.
And using that NOS blueprint, the DSD has created this super clear pathway, like a ladder that people can climb. There are 5 levels of certification. It starts with the Malaysian Skills Certificate, the SKM, and goes all the way up to a Malaysian Skills Diploma, and then even an Advanced Skills Diploma. It's a step-by-step path to mastery.
And here's what makes this whole system so powerful. It's incredibly flexible. Getting certified isn't just for students sitting in a classroom. You can earn these qualifications through an apprenticeship while working at a company. Or you can even get official recognition for skills you've already picked up over years of on-the-job experience. The system is designed to value skills no matter how you got them.
But what if you want to go even further? Is a skills diploma the end of the road? Absolutely not. Let's talk about the incredible bridge that connects these hands-on qualifications to university degrees.
So, thanks to some new guidelines from the Malaysian Qualifications Agency, or MQA, there's now a formal pathway called articulation. It's basically designed to create a smooth transition for someone with a skills diploma to get into a university degree program, which can save a ton of time and money.
And this is such a game changer because it recognizes that both types of education are super valuable. They're just different. You've got your technical and vocational programs, or TVET, which are all about practical, hands-on skills for a career. Then you have academic programs, which focus more on research and theory. Articulation builds a bridge between these two worlds so you can get the best of both.
The benefits here are pretty obvious. It gives people more flexible ways to get into competitive programs, and it makes it way easier to switch into a new career field later on. The bottom line is you get a more well-rounded, adaptable graduate who's ready for anything.
All right, let's bring this all full circle. We've seen the challenge, and we've walked through the system that's been designed to meet it. This is all about crafting a workforce for the future, and it is, without a doubt, a national mission.
Remember that AI skills gap we talked about at the beginning? Well, get this. Experts estimate that to really stay competitive, Malaysia needs to retrain about 200,000 workers for AI-related jobs. 200,000. That number alone just shows you the massive scale of the task ahead.
So when you look at the whole picture, the Department of Skills Development is so much more than just another government agency. It's the engine driving a national transformation. Its role in creating these skilled, certified, and adaptable K-workers is more critical than ever for Malaysia's ability to compete on the world stage.
This entire system, this whole philosophy, is really built on one core idea: lifelong learning and adaptation. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought just for you. As technology keeps accelerating like crazy, what new skill will you learn next?